Welcome back, folks. Today I have the pleasure of having... I'm sorry, what's your name again? You were asking me for 100 shillings, and I felt bad for you, so we ended up talking, and I said, you do YouTube. No, I'm playing. I actually asked her to do a collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to talk about Kenyan women.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, guys, Kenyan women, they're very beautiful over here. Y'all should really check it out. So we're gonna get a Kenyan woman's perspective on dating.
Mm-hmm.
But before we do that, you want to introduce yourself a little bit more?
Of course. Yeah, my name is Dee, and I have a YouTube channel called Miss D Adventures. You can check it out and subscribe to my channel. I'm here with him, and we are gonna do the video. Make sure you subscribe to his channel too.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a video on hers, on her channel, my perspective on dating as an American.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna do the reverse. I let you. I allowed you to write your questions, so now I'm gonna use your questions on you. Right?
Okay.
So you've met foreigners here, have you not?
I have.
What's the biggest turn off the foreigners?
Number one, the biggest turn off is misunderstanding about dowry.
Oh, by the way, in case you don't know, they practice dowries here in East Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pay, you got to buy like 20 cows sometimes, maybe a few goats here and there.
Yeah.
So she's very, she feels very strongly about dowries. Am I correct?
Yeah. So you have to like give appreciation to the parents of the lady. Yeah, if you want to marry her, of course. So if I find a foreigner and I talk about that dowry, and then they're like, oh, how am I gonna pay for dowry? It's like I'm paying for the lady. It's a turn off for me sometimes. Not
Anything
sometimes,
else?
all the time. Anything else? Nothing else.
Okay. So you asked me, what is your experience with Kenyan girls? Now, I'm reversing the question to you. What's your experience with foreigners?
For me, I think foreigners, most of them, they are caring. And it's a good thing because most Kenyan men, because we are in Kenya, of course, most Kenyan men are not that caring. There's a different characteristic with foreigners that they have that is different from, our Kenyan men. So I think my experience has been good going out on dates. Sometimes you find like you're on a date with a Kenyan guy and then they want you to pay 50-50, but going out with a foreigner, sometimes they pay like about that. You don't have a conflict. Yeah, you're a little bit nice.
But it's not uncommon, for a female to chip in at the same time.
It's not uncommon.
Yeah. Like I've been on a lot of dates, and the tip, at least the female, be like, oh, I'll take care of the tip.
Mm-hmm.
Not here. Here it's like, no.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's also like that. It's different with Kenyan guys. So that my experience is good. Yeah, I can't complain. And they take you out on dates. Like most Kenyans, you can date a Kenyan and they have never taken you out on, like, it's just like, oh, you just met and you're talking and you start dating, and nothing like a date. It's different.
Man, I gotta become Kenyan. I like that.
Oh no, we don't like that. Like, not I'm not speaking for like in general. There are different guys who are different actually. Yeah.
Okay, now you're talking about dating.
Mm-hmm.
What about marriage? Do you think a foreigner would be a good mate to marry?
Depends with the person. I'm not looking at someone based on their ethnicity or color. For me, I'm attracted to personality. How's the person, So a foreigner, Kenyan, Nigerian, Ugandan, as long as they are good for me and they have everything that I'm looking for.
What do you think most Kenyan women would answer that question? How would they answer that question?
What was the question?
Okay. This is the same question you asked me, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think a foreigner can make a good man, a good husband?
Yeah.
You think most Kenyan women would say yes?
Yeah, they would say yes.
Do you think they would prefer a foreigner over?
People are different. There are people actually. There's most girls nowadays. They're like they want like to date mzungu, foreigners and stuff. But there are women who are not interested. Everyone has their own preference. You know, there's someone who wants to date a white man. There's someone who is comfortable to date a black guy. There's someone who is comfortable to date a black American. So it's, you know, depends with the person's preference. Yeah, but according to my observation, I would say most Kenyan girls would love to date foreigners, like 70%. Yeah.
Hakuna matatu.
Mm-hmm.
Matata.
Hakuna matako. You said matako.
No, I said matata. Matatu. I said
matata.
matato. It's matata, right?
Not ta.
Yeah.
Ta.
So, what do you think the average Kenyan woman, or you, expects from a healthy relationship?
My opinion, like you said an average Kenyan woman. I used ama. Ama means or.
Oh.
Okay, so you're talking about an average Kenyan woman, how they like in a
relationship.
healthy relationship.
In a healthy relationship.
What they expect. An average Kenyan woman expects number one, financial freedom. Most of them, yeah. In a foreigner, or you're talking about like in
There's
general?
different standards for foreigners, right?
Yeah.
Why should I have a different standard as opposed to a Kenyan man?
Because you're a foreigner.
What? Elaborate.
Okay. Let's say, for example, in a healthy relationship, we are talking about an healthy relationship. First, loyalty. I said financial freedom. Yeah. So you have to be financially free. Honesty. Of course, you can't be in a relationship where someone is not honest. If they're not honest, that means they're cheaters and stuff. All that dishonest stuff. And also, a healthy relationship should have communication. Like, you have to communicate with your partner. I have to know when you're mad. I'm like, you tell me that you did this and this, and I don't like it. Communication, yeah. So communication is I expect communication from a healthy relationship. Number one, Number one is honesty, financial freedom, and communication.
So he could be ugly?
No.
Then you
Good
missed
looking.
it. He's got to be good looking?
Good looking is in the list, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
But we are talking about healthy relationship.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
right.
already in the
You're right.
relationship.
Right.
I already checked if he's cute or not. So, yeah.
So, what stresses out the Kenyan woman when she's in a relationship? Tell.
Number one for me, if someone is not like, I'm sending you a message, in my own opinion, yeah, I'm sending you a message and then you read it and you don't respond, that will stress me out.
Oh, the blue ticks?
That will stress me out, and you have to explain why didn't you answer
Right away?
because you saw the message. So that stresses me out in a relationship.
Anything else?
Also, financial conversations.
I'm starting to get the sense that everything turns back to financial.
Yeah, it's a difficult conversation to have.
All right, go. Then let's have this difficult conversation, yeah?
Yeah. So finances are a problem with in a relationship. Yeah. So it stresses me out when you don't know how to manage your finances. You will also be stressed if I don't know how to manage my finances. If yeah. So you have to be responsible, and I have also to be responsible. So it can stress me out if that happens for now.
And you're speaking on behalf of you, and you think also that most Kenyan ladies
Mm-hmm.
think like that.
Yeah.
Even the blue
Also,
ticks.
yeah, the blue tick, and
That'll
also,
stress a Kenyan woman out.
yeah, also if someone is cheating and lying, that will stress me out in a relationship. You lie, you lie, you lie all the time. That
I
will
only
stress
lie
me
when
out.
I'm in bed.
No, all the time you're lying, so that will stress me out. To
So
answer.
you had asked me, what do I think of dowries? So now I'm gonna flip it on you,
Mm-hmm.
because you know I told you before that in most Western cultures, most Catholic, especially Catholic countries,
Mm-hmm.
the bride's family pays for the wedding, the
Are you
reception, all that good stuff.
are you a Catholic?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about your side of the family having to pay for a wedding? Let's say if you married a foreigner.
Because you have to, if you accepted to pay dowry, of course you have conformed to my culture, yeah, so I have to conform to your culture also. After all, it's our wedding, not my wedding. Yeah. So
That was such a good response.
so we have to both contribute. It's ours.
All right. So, in your opinion, what makes a relationship interesting and what makes it boring?
For me, what makes a relationship interesting is when you travel together, and also surprises make the relationship interesting. Yeah, why are you smiling about that? If you're one day you just wake up, it has been like a boring 1 month, and then your partner wakes up and they do something for you, like
Cookie breakfast.
breakfast in bed. That's interesting, yeah.
Mm.
It brings that,
That spark, that flame.
back. So yeah, it makes the relationship
You're letting
interesting.
out all your secrets, girl.
That was not my intention. So yeah, it makes the relationship interesting. And a relationship becomes boring if you fight all the time.
Yeah.
Fights make the relationship, and fights, if for example you fight with someone about something that they already told you not to do, and you keep fight, it becomes boring. So that's what makes a relationship boring, in my own opinion.
So, what do you notice first about a man? Or
Their
about a guy?
shoes.
Their shoes? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Why the shoes?
Because your shoes tell a lot of things about you.
So what does it say about me? My white
You are
sneakers.
clean. You're wearing
white
white.
Nikes?
Yeah, you're clean. You're a clean guy. So if you look at someone's shoes, they tell you about if they're hygienic, if a lot of things, Yeah. So I noticed the shoes and the outfit before I even go. Like, I look down before I even look at.
Are you serious? Okay. Good thing my shoes are clean. What advice would you give a foreigner who is interested in dating a Kenyan woman?
I would advise you to give her money. Give her money. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, no, you're not. I would give that advice.
Give her money.
If you want a Kenyan woman happy, just give her money.
Give her money, and give her money. If the money finishes, give her more money. Okay, I would advise them to be ready to do stuff for the woman.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna ask you to. But that's what men are supposed to be, providers.
Depending on
The relationship.
the situation, the circumstances.
So yeah,
I haven't met that many, but I've met a few, and I don't see the Kenyans in America asking for dowries, for example. You gotta adapt to where you at, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta adapt to. There's a culture shock also.
Right.
There's some things that you're not supposed to do at your in-laws.
Like if you as a woman go to the U.S. expecting to date a guy asking for dowries, you're gonna have a hard time, woman. I'm telling you right now. So you gotta adapt a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So depending on the situation, no?
Yeah, you have to adapt to the culture. You gotta have culture shocks. Food, most of the food that you eat in America, you have to go to a restaurant to get it. It's not like most of it, So you're used to processed foods, and
You been to America? Because I never eat processed foods. I don't
but
eat
I
that.
see that all the time on
I don't.
TikTok, and you say that your food tastes different. Like it's not as sweet as African food.
What do you mean African food?
Like
Nobody
the
eats
soy.
ugali in West Africa.
West Africa,
Yeah, nobody eats ugali.
they have fufu. They have their own traditional food.
Exactly.
So yeah, but you have to if you're a foreigner and you want to date an African woman, you have to sometimes get used to eating. Have you ever eaten ugali?
Yes, but in case you don't know, if blood type O's, every blood type has foods that is not good, and corn and stuff made out of corn is not good for anybody who's blood type O. Letting you guys know. So that's made out of maize, and maize is made out of corn. So I don't eat. I stay away from anything.
So your blood group? Oh,
Yes, blood type O.
me too.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not supposed to eat ugali from.
No, you could have a version of ugali. Yeah, actually, I've read the history of ugali. There was before the Portuguese came and introduced corn here, it was made with something else.
Like maybe cassava.
I don't know, but it wasn't corn based. It wasn't made by with maize. Yeah, but maize is. Well, I forget what it was made from. I've read the history, but maize is so much cheaper to produce in bigger quantities. So that's how ugali is now made. But originally, ugali was not made with maize. See?
So you have to conform to the culture. You get culture shocks and dowry, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, if you like African women, I think Kenya is a good place for you to start. Really, got beautiful women here. And I've been to already 4 African countries. Yeah.
Which one and which one?
I'm not saying all of them.
But you like you.
'Cause I don't want to leave out the other ones and make
make them feel like they don't have beautiful women. Okay.
right. But I would definitely start with Kenya. Yeah.
Kenya is
I would
number one.
definitely advise, because one, you got the infrastructure. 2, honestly speaking, I definitely think Kenya is easily in the top 5 most beautiful women in Africa, without a doubt. Yeah.
Wow, you hear that? Oh, this is not my channel.
So, you wanna do what I did on your channel?
Okay.
All right, do my line.
Tell your mama. I'm gonna use his accent. Tell your mama, tell your papa, your cousins, and everyone to subscribe to his channel.
Yours too.
And mine too. My channel is called Miss D Adventures. So
I'll put a link on the description.
yeah,
Yeah.
like this video and subscribe.
Let's do the best for last. On a scale of 1 to America, how free are you tomorrow?
Tomorrow night is gonna be the.
You're not gonna answer this for real.
No, I'm not gonna answer.
Bye.